9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Champions! Wrexham are promoted! They have their storybook ending!
You can walk through the fire. You can walk through the fire. When it's down to the wire. You can walk through the fire.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Wrexham Texan. My name is Jake Green. Thanks for tuning in today. 2 weeks ago, I was sick with COVID. Last week was Thanksgiving, and then we started renovation on our house. So my office kind of got destroyed. So I'm in my neighbor's basement right now doing this show. So apologies for missing 2 weeks. It was kind of unavoidable. I have no office right now. We have no floors in our house, and some walls are missing, and our kitchen is completely wiped out. So it's it's a little tumultuous over here. It is not tumultuous, though, the fact that we've won 4 games in a row. We are on a 4-game win streak. Freaking yesterday's game was crazy. That wind just took that ball like all the time. I think that kind of benefits us, though. I think the fact that we had to play more on the ground than through the air, I think that's kind of our speed, and I think we do that much better than launching the ball deep or sending the ball down the field really far. So I thought it worked to our benefit. Let's watch the highlights. Actually, before we do, head on over to PeacefulSea.network. And you can join the Dollar Media Club, which gets you access to our Discord, discounts on merchandise. You get exclusive shows through there. Oh, this is my, that's funny. There we go. You can also get sponsorship opportunities. You can guest star on shows, and you can get invites to red carpet premieres of our shows and movies. And things like that. So you can also watch this show from the website. And then you can check out all of our other things that we do, which is a lot of podcasts, a lot of shows, a few documentaries, and a movie. And we're adding more. Sorry, I got something in my throat. We're adding more over the next few months. So you'll get even more bang for your buck. It's literally $1 a month. It's $12 a year to join the Dollar Media Club. So head on over to PeacefulSea.network to check that out. But let's get into the highlights, because yesterday was super fun. Here we go. We're going to watch it on mute, because otherwise I will get this stream will get ripped off of YouTube. I mean, it was a slow game. Like there were a lot of chances to score, which was super interesting. They had a bunch of chances. I loved Mark Howard being back in the goal. I thought he did a phenomenal job. That was our first big chance. If Elliot Lee could have just gotten there a little bit sooner, it was a perfect cross by Rathbone. I mean, he had like no space to get that through, and he got it through, and Elliot was just slightly too late. And we would have put that in the back of the net. But yeah, it was fun seeing Mark Howard back in goal. I mean, I know it's not fun that 2 of our keepers are injured, but I thought Mark Howard really held down the fort. I thought he did a phenomenal job, because they did get some good chances a few times, and he held his own. He stopped every single one, got himself a clean sheet. And just really, really happy to still have him on our squad. Thought that was a little bit of a pull there by Cleworth. I thought maybe that could have been a penalty. I don't know. He kind of pulled him off the ball a little bit, but here's Elliot Lee almost putting one in the back right corner of the net. Elliot crushed it yesterday. I mean, most of our squad. I thought Ollie Palmer was awesome yesterday. Owen O'Connell did great. Owen O'Connell saved some goals all by himself. I thought Cleworth did well. I thought everybody did pretty well. The only guy who I have a few complaints about was Brunt, and it was just lazy passing. It was just lazy passing. Also coupled with the fact that the field, the pitch was soggy, and so the ball would just die. So probably wasn't all his fault, but he definitely had a couple lazy passes through there. Let's see. Yeah, we did have a lot of chances. Like we put the pressure on them. They had more of the ball possession, but we had them under pressure for a lot of the game. And I believe this is the spot where Elliot Lee puts it in. This was wild. Yeah, this is it. It is unbelievable. Just launches it in, it hits. Oh no, that's not the right one. Oh, 52nd minute. Yeah, not the right one. Very close though. The wind just took it every time. The wind played a massive part in the game yesterday. Yeah, that one almost went in too. It's just a couple feet off, although that goalie probably would have gotten that one. Who else? Man, I just thought everybody did well. I didn't think anybody had an unbelievable game, but here we go. Revan was going to be there to put it in too. So either way, I think that ball's going in. But the fact that, I mean, how often does that happen? That's so rare. That's such a fun thing to see. And Elliot Lee completely deserves it. I thought he hustled his face off yesterday. I thought he did great. And yeah, we probably got a little help from the wind on that one. But man, perfect strike right up over the keeper and hit the post and in the back of the net. And yeah, I mean, he looks astonished. He looks extremely happy about that one. Yeah, I mean, Revan was right there. Revan almost like headed the post, which would have been really not good. I could watch this kick all day. Gosh, that goalie really tried for it. I mean, there's no stopping that. Like, unless the goalie is literally at the post, he's not going to be able to stop that. Like, no player could have stopped that. The goalie would have been the only person to have that chance. If he was 3 feet further back, he may have been able to get a hand on it. But even then, it's still may have gone in. I mean, what? Yeah, what a shot! And that ended up being the game winner. Because I mean, they did end up getting a couple good shots on goal there at the end. And that one, gosh, that one carried too. I forgot about that free kick. Was that O'Connor? Yeah, O'Connor almost put it in from, what was that, like 40 yards out? That wind, man, that wind is nuts. I heard it was pretty cold there too. I don't remember what the temperature was, but I'm sure it was not the most pleasant game to play. That's for sure. That ball may not have gone in. It looked like it was maybe going to hit the post. So I'm not sure that it would have gone in if the goalie hadn't touched it. But he can't risk that, obviously. We had so many opportunities here towards the end. Fletcher, how does that not get put in the back of the net? And then immediately following, Mullen's about to get his shot right here. How, Mullen? How? What? Don't kick it at the keeper's feet, man. Yeah, we should have scored twice right then. Unbelievable. Yeah, that goalie had a heck of a day. I mean, the only goal that we scored on him was one that there was not a chance in hell that he was going to be able to get. So I thought he did fantastic. He held his own. He kept them in the game. And fortunately for us, their attackers just couldn't put one in on Mark Howard. So, yeah, that's greatly beneficial to us to have the wind in our favor. It was working for us. Still got about minute 22 left of the highlights. Obviously, there's not many more highlights. I mean, they should show I mean, I guess this is probably our highlights. So they're probably not going to show them almost scoring a bunch of times. That wasn't even a highlight. I don't even know why we showed that. Why would you put that on a highlight reel? That nothing about that was a highlight. Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to show. That's so funny. They're not going to show the any of the Are they? No. Yeah, they're not going to show any of the almost Burton scores. I don't care for that. Show it. Show everything. I want to see highlights from both squads. I guess it is on our channel. I probably should have chosen like maybe this one, the CBS Sports one. But it is what it is. All right. The best view of the goal from yesterday was from this camera right here, and it was freaking awesome. Listen to that roar. Unbelievable. Oh, what a great shot. I mean, that was perfect. You can just see that ball. Revan legit almost headed the post. That would have been a huge problem. He probably would have gotten a concussion from that. That would have been not great. But, man, I love that angle. You can just watch the ball travel directly towards the post. That's such a fun one. Something funny about yesterday is if you go over to FOTMob, they have the starting lineups. They have who are the subs, but they have our backup keeper as Ben Foster, which when I saw that, I was extremely confused. I thought maybe this is legit, but obviously it's Brad Foster. Brad Foster was the one who was signed until the end of January. He didn't end up playing yesterday because Howard played the entire game and played extremely well. I know nothing about Brad Foster. So we can click on his profile. Doesn't say much. Yeah, doesn't say much. That's funny. But yeah, it is good. I mean, we are definitely in a keeper crisis at the moment. So it's nice to have another backup. He's 23 years old. So young, spry. That's got to be good for us. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and click on the follow. What else? This was some sad news about our keepers. Phil Parkinson reveals goalkeeper Callum Burton could be out for the season with a torn thigh. Torn thigh. That is crazy. Parkinson also had an update on injured first choice keeper Arthur Okonkwo. He's quite a way off. He will see a specialist before Christmas. Mark Howard is a good keeper. He played well today. He did. I mean, he did play well. Like I'm not nervous about having Mark Howard back there. I just know that there will be goals scored that would not have been scored on Okonkwo. Like, and it's just the fact that he's 40. You know, he's old. It has nothing to do with his talent. He's incredibly talented and he does well for us. But we're going to need to kick into gear our scoring. If Mark Howard's going to be the goalie for, I don't know, the next few months, 2 months, 3 months, then yeah, we're going to need to start scoring a few more goals because we're not going to have as many clean sheets as we would with Arthur. Arthur's just extremely athletic, extremely young, spry, tall, long arms, long legs, and he's extremely talented. So I'm not worried. I just, I think it's time to lean on our offense a little bit more than what we have been. It's still surprising to me that Mullen isn't playing as much as if you'd asked me last season, about halfway through the season, if you'd have told me that Ollie Palmer would be the primary starting striker on our squad for most of this season, I would have laughed at you and said, there's not a chance that's going to happen. But he has been, he's been killing it for us. I thought he's been doing a great job. I've said this a million times, but I love his physicality. He brings the height and the physicality to it. And he seems, I mentioned this a few episodes ago, he seems to have been invigorated by the arrival of McLean. I don't know if that's true, but they seem to have coincided, that the more McLean plays and the harder he plays and the more physical he plays, Ollie Palmer is stepping up and doing the exact same thing. I don't know if there is a correlation there, but it definitely seems to, or causation there, but it seems to at least be correlated. Because Palmer is playing like I thought we were gonna cut him after last season. To be honest, I didn't think he was gonna make it this far. But now I'm extremely happy that we have him, and I don't think we should get rid of him because he's a workhorse for us, and he's doing a great job. So I think he changed something in his approach, his mental aspect changed a little bit, and just yeah, I don't know. He's playing much better than he did last season, which I'm very happy about, and I'm happy for him. So he's one of my favorites. What else do we got over here? Yeah, we can go over some of the statistics from yesterday. Here we go. There we go. Let's see. Ball possession. I mean, they beat us in ball possession, not by much, 6%, 6% over 50. And they had far more expected goals, which is very interesting. They had 16 total shots. We had 5. They had no, that's us. I'm an idiot. That's my bad, y'all. We were in black, so I immediately associated us with the black. That's my bad. We won possession. We won expected goals. We had 16 total shots, 4 of which were on target. 70% accurate passes, very similar to them. Fouls committed 13 to 12, corners 8, and one of them was a straight in goal. We did dominate in almost every category. In almost every category, we did win, which is fantastic. I mean, like I said, I thought we played a great game yesterday. Lewis Brunt, according to FOTMob, had the best rating, which is, man, that is really funny. He's the only one I had complaints about yesterday. I thought Rathbone played better than Brunt. I wonder how FOTMob does their ratings. I don't even know. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our players were above. Were starting out. Geez, my brain. 5 of our players were in the top. We had the top 5, and then they had 3 in a row. Yeah, I thought Palmer played better than a 6.7. I mean, Fletcher was only in for 20 minutes. I don't really care to put ratings on that, but him and Mullen did miss very easy goals that they absolutely should have gotten. Overall, yesterday we won on the field. We won in the score column. We won. I mean, the wind was on our side, clearly. So, like, overall, yesterday was a slugfest. It was in the cold. It was in the rain. And it was an away game. And we still came out with 3 points, which is absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic. We can go over to the table and look at that. We're now sitting in second place. We're tied in points with Wickham. They do have a game in hand on us and one more goal differential than we do. So they have 18, we have 17. They've drawn their last 2 games. We've won our last 4. And let's see, who else is doing extremely well right now? We got Huddersfield Town is doing extremely well right now. They've won their last 4 and then tied the game before that. Stockport doing well. Birmingham's doing okay. They've won 3 out of their last 5. Everybody else, look at all these losses. Look at all that. Anybody trying to come up from the bottom? Let's see. Leyton Orient, they've won 3 out of their last 5. That's not bad. It's just, yeah, not a lot of movement down here at the bottom. Leyton, maybe. Leyton would be the only one that would have, over the last 5 games, come out on top, it looks like. But yeah, I mean, Wickham, Wrexham, Birmingham, and Huddersfield Town is on a tear. So overall, y'all, we're in a fantastic. I mean, I'm just so happy with our position, with what we're doing, with even in the face of injuries and losing our starting superstar keeper and our backup very good keeper. We're still winning games, which is it's a testament to the team that Phil Parkinson has put together. And so many people doubted him last season when we went through that rough stretch in January, February, which hopefully will not happen again. But I just think he is the man for the job. I think he can get us 100% into the championship. I think we're going. I know it's only December, but I said this back in, back at the beginning of the season. We're going to the championship this year, and I think we get it through automatic promotion yet again. I think it's going to be back to back to back automatic promotions for Wrexham AFC. When we're healthy, there isn't a team that we can't compete with in League One, and there are some championship teams that we can compete with. We have suffered some major injuries. I mean, Jack Marriott being out is not great considering how well he was doing for us. But overall, our squad does seem to be mostly healthy. We have little nicks here and there, and James McLean gets suspended as he normally does. So there is that. But overall, I have a very optimistic view coming into the end of the first half of the season. And yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, we're in second place in League One. 2 years ago, we were in the National League. Come on. That's unbelievable. Like, there is no team that has done promotions back to back to back. And we have a shot to do that. So stay positive. Hopefully the next game will be less rainy, more action packed. In fact, let's go look at it. What is our next game? Why is it so hard to find things sometimes? Fixtures. There we go. Okay. Next game is Tuesday, December 10th, which, 2 days from now. It's EFL Trophy. It's versus Crew. Yeah, I guess we can go check that one out. It's versus Crew Alexandra. Team form, they've drawn 4 out of their last 5. We've won 4 out of our last 5. Where are they in there? No. Where's the table? There we go. They're in 4th in League 2. Gosh, I had a huge brain fart right then for a second. I was like, wait, I don't see us in here. Obviously, we're not in League 2. They're 4th in League 2. Not doing poorly. They could be doing better. They have a shot to get promoted, that's for sure. Our lineup's going to be something completely different. We all know that. I guarantee you that Brad Foster is in goal to save Mark Howard for Saturday. Head-to-head, we've won twice, drawn once. They've won 0 times. Let's keep that streak alive. And we smoked them. I mean, we smoked them 2 times in a row, and then we drew the last time we played. Or no, not the last time we played. We drew the first time we played. I think we'll get another win. It's at Wrexham. We play fantastic at home. I'm not worried about that game whatsoever. Also, it's an EFL trophy game, so I don't really care that much. Then we play Cambridge, who is not in great form. They are 1-2-2 their last 5 games. It is a home game for us on the 14th. My prediction, I'm not going to predict the EFL trophy game just because it's never the same roster. I don't know who's going to play. There's too many variables for me and I just don't really care that much. Let's see. We beat them 5 times. They've won 0. It's going to be on CBS Sports Network. Really? I can watch it not through the Wrexham stream? Interesting. Although I don't think I'd get Mark Griffiths. So what's the point of that? I'm going to say, where are they on the table? They're probably down near the bottom. Yeah. They are 22nd. They are headed towards relegation at the moment. That sucks for them. I think we win 2-0. I think it's 2-0. And I'm going to say Elliot Lee scores another and Palmer gets one in the back of the net. That's my prediction for Saturday, December 14th versus Cambridge at the Stoke Kairos. So yeah, that's my prediction. And yeah, I like 3 weeks ago, I made a big deal about consistency and doing this podcast consistently. And then I missed 2 weeks in a row. And sadly it was, sickness. And then my office got ripped out. So there's not much I can do about that, but yeah, I'm here. I'm talking Wrexham, and I'm going to start having guests on again soon, so you can have a back and forth chat with some folks. So looking forward to that. I also sent Elliot Lee his Texan of the Year award from last season. We'll see if he gets it. We'll see if it comes to anything. It's a big old belt buckle that says Texan of the Year Elliot Lee on it. Very Texan thing to, I mean, the belt buckle is almost the size of your head. You just slip that on your belt and it's some nice bling. All right, y'all. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Love the game. I will likely not be able to watch the Tuesday game live. I think. Well, maybe I will actually. Saturday, I will 100% be watching live. So I'm excited about that. So I will definitely be having a podcast a week from today. Like I said at the beginning of the show, go join the Dollar Media Club over at PeacefulSea.network. Like this show, subscribe to this show, share it around. Yeah, that's it. All right, y'all. That'll do it for today. We'll see you next time on the Wrexham Texan.
Search my soul with all your heart, you're gonna see it, you're gonna see it. And if you knock my soul with all your strength, you're gonna find it, you're gonna find it.